two superstars out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I think one is my family. We know we go establish that later on. We have the same last name, so we go figure that out. Yeah, so today we have Miss Coco Spring Lois. Yeah, man, she gonna tell all about the books she have. And we had the funny man, Mr. Colin Butler, gonna be here afterwards, man. So we're gonna have our vibes tonight. But we still praying that everything go fine, man. So let me introduce my first guest, first time on Vincy Live. Long time she's also come on here, but every time she's also come on, something happened. I don't know. So let's hope and pray everything go well tonight, man. So our first guest tonight, Miss Coco Spring Lois. Good night, good night, good night.
Good night, Colin, and good night to all of the listeners.
Hello?
Oh, good night, good night, good
Hello?
night. Uh-oh.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, gosh.
Only tell me for look here, Miss Spring for me, please.
Just show me. I have to show you. It has to be somewhere.
You're inside Vincy Live every Saturday from 8 p.m.
Hello. It's Coco, you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Good night.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Me, I'm not hearing
They
anything.
said they can't hear you. Like if you have a late.
Yeah, but they have me backstage, that's why.
Where's your mic?
Hello?
Hi,
You
good
guys can hear
night.
me? Boy, it's supposed to go to this, no? Coco, you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
I hear me, alright. But I'm not hearing you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Sweet like a Julie mango. I just want to get in the jungle. I don't go find the jungle. But when it's time to go, I never see how I don't really care. Wind up like a creep.
Let me try this again. Hello?
Good night.
Good night, good night. Welcome to Vincy Live.
Thank you. It's a
Oh my.
pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity.
Every time I supposed to get you on, some problems.
I know we are on its problems.
I know. So welcome again. So tell us a little bit who is Coco Spring Lois.
Alright, so Coco is actually Dr. Nicolette Spring Lewis, born in Dixon, grew
So
up
wait,
in
hold on, 1 minute, 1 minute. When you say doctor, explain to us. When you say doctor, we need to know, understand these things.
it, not a medical doctor that you go to when you have an ailment. It's somebody who strives for academic excellence, and that is the highest degree that can be obtained.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, that's good to know. So at least we know we have a doctor in the building tonight. So yeah, tell us a little bit more about you. Yeah.
Right. So I was born in Dixon. I grew up in O'Brien's Valley and Mangrove, which is in the Byra area. I attended the Georgetown Government School and then the Girls High School. After graduating from Girls High School, I became a teacher and I taught at the Byra Anglican School and then the Langley Park Government School before migrating to the USA.
Oh, nice, nice. But I follow you, so I see you do a lot of charity work back home. Why is that? What inspired you to do charity work?
Right. So part of the reason for me to, first of all, the charity work is in education because I believe in education and education takes you places. So part of the charity is to give out scholarships to children to attend preschools in uh, there was a preschool in Byra, but it's no longer there. So now I give scholarships to younger children to attend preschools in the Georgetown, Byra area. And these are given to mothers who need the help. So, sometimes they're not working or they want to go and do like a day job, but they have no one to like leave their children with. So I take part of that responsibility away from them by sending the children to school so that they know that their kids have a safe place while they look for work. I also assist the primary and secondary schools in the area by giving book bags and other school supplies and lots of other things, but I don't really want to mention.
Wow. So on behalf of all the limers, we want to say thank you, thank you. You're taking care of the next generation. It's very, very, very important that we give back to our country, our little island. Yeah. So, growing up in St. Vincent, tell us a little bit about your growing up in St. Vincent.
Right.
Or you're a shy kid, a brave kid? Are you not a homebody?
I'm more on the quiet side, but doesn't mean that I'm not. I would say I was quiet, but kind of miserable, but not in a bad way. Like, something we gave Miss Keezer a lot of trouble.
Uh,
um, but apart from that, I'm friendly. I get along with anybody. And but I also don't stand for nonsense. You gotta come straight because I'm being straight with you, and I don't like people who like to fool around and monkey themselves and like take others for granted. I don't like that.
I know, I see that on Facebook. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, so some of the things you like to do as a child growing up, because I want to touch some of that, then we touch the book.
Right. So what I did as a child are written in the book growing up in
Wait,
Vincy.
1 minute, 1 minute. This year, if you could speak up a little bit more, I mean, like, I'll turn the volume up a little bit.
I did not hear it. Okay. All right. So maybe I'll come closer. So um, the things that I did growing up are written in the book Growing Up in Vincy. And these are, I would say, basically everything, like the games we played, the um, like what we did during the summer vacation, the Saturday chores, the Sunday chores, um, the stories we heard, um, like what we did on Sunday afternoons, like football competitions and stuff like that, and a lot of activities that are no longer done today because everything has changed. Children no longer play outside, they're inside with their tablets or their telephones, and that's a big problem. So, between there, I believe that eventually our culture would be lost. So I decided to document some of it in Growing Up in Vincy.
Oh, nice, nice. Before we touch the book, I want to ask you something as an educator. Do you think kids, because there was a debate on social media, they were saying that even though some of the kids are very smart, they go to university, they should learn a skill. Do you think that is necessary to learn a skill?
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, book, I would say, being, what is that? Having, well, they say book sense. But that doesn't mean that you also need a skill and you also need street sense, which is common sense. So it's three different types of education that one needs. Somebody who is skilled, like a skilled carpenter, could make as much money as someone who has a degree. And we all have our place in this world. No one is better than the other. And we need to just appreciate and respect that and stop being disrespectful and thinking that we're better than others because they're not in, let's say, an educational class as you. But that doesn't mean that they don't have that street sense or common sense to function out there. And as a matter of fact, some people count money fast. Some people without the formal education would count money faster than the person who is a mathematician. So, it goes both ways. We all have to just coexist in this world.
Yes, so true. Because even in COVID, a lot of people I know over here in the skill the trade, they were saying that they made the most money in COVID because a lot of people was locked down and they was outside still working. So if that's something that you could take from that, that you still need a skill, no matter how
Yes,
educated or smart you think you are.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I often encourage people to, like back home, send your child to technical college rather than going to, let's say, well, now it's no longer A level, it's community college. But I prefer the technical college where you learn that skill and you get that training, so then you therefore go out into the workforce.
Yes, very much, very much. So why did you turn an author? The inspiration behind writing books.
So I always, I love to write. I love to read as well. But I guess I spent so many years going to school and just writing. But when I did the doctorate degree, I actually have a doctor in business administration, specializing in accounting. So every weekend I had to write, the assignment was to write 3 pages. And at the end of the semester, you had to write 8 to 15 pages. So for that 2.5 to 3 years of my life, every weekend was a paper, just writing constantly. And when I completed the degree, graduated and stuff like that, I basically, like, there was a void because my brain, I guess, became accustomed to the writing, and then it's like, what should I do? What should I do? So I kept writing. Like, the book was actually written in a month because I wrote every day on the different aspects of it. And I never really had an intention of writing these books. I wanted to write a book about my life story, and well, the title of it is From Koko to Dr. Spring. But after the writings were posted on Facebook, many people commented and say, you should write a book, you should write a book, and stuff like that. And then I just brushed it aside. But a good friend of mine passed away, and he kept encouraging me to publish the book. And when he passed, I said, you know something, maybe I should just do it in his honor. And that is why I have the first book, Growing Up in Vincy.
Growing up in Vincy. I love the title already. I love the title already. Yeah, yeah. So how the response of to the book?
Oh, amazing. Amazing. And as a matter of fact, it was recommended that a copy of the book should be in each of the schools as a reference book, because what is written in the book, those are not taught in schools. In fact, children in St. Vincent learn about the culture of, let's say, Jamaica or Trinidad, the bigger countries, and they don't know that what we did with the coconut, we made fudge, we took the straw, we washed the dishes, and stuff like that. Children don't know that these days because we hardly have coconuts anymore, or they don't know that, let's say, marijuana was a big illegal industry. And as a matter of fact, there are two young men. I think one is in his 30s and one is like 20s, 28 or so. And they are saying they didn't know we had a molasses truck that took molasses from town to country, and that there was a sugar factory. So people are really, really, really liking the book, and especially people in the diaspora, they are buying the book to teach their children and grandchildren who did not grow up in St. Vincent what their life was.
Yeah, that's so. I was just about to say that that's very important. I have to get one to give my granddaughter so she will get to understand where we come from. So it's very important we keep our history up front. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. So, all right. So we're touching the first book, growing up in Vincy. So you want to tell us just a little bit, like some chapters, not everything, but what we could expect, some little things that we could expect.
Let me read one page for you of this part is called Jumbie,
Okay.
and this took place in Dixon by my grandmother's house. And
So it's a
another
true story.
true story. And
All right.
another thing that I need to say is I use dialect because dialect is part of our culture. So I started by saying St. Vincent is full of stories and Jumbie is no exception. From whom seeing Jumbie to who turned Jumbie. Tall Jumbie named Akatas to baby Jumbie named Dwen. Some people smell Jumbie, they say it is sweet, it's a sweet, sweet smell. Some feel Jumbie, they say that their skin gets cold and all the hair on their skin rises. If you walk into a cobweb, it is Jumbie. They say plenty of Jumbie live in the Argyle Longstretch area. Hello? Nobody afraid Jumbie more than little kids, and some parents were relentless in telling these stories, especially at night. If you wanted to make someone run and ball, you just said, look at Jumbie Day.
That's so true.
DJ Saint. Mixing live. Mixing live. Mixing live. Mixing live. Mixing live.
It's that kind of night we having. See, I jump become in the studio just. Ah,
Oh my
Yeah, man. I
gosh.
remember growing up and they used to walk in the dark. When you see a little shadow, man, everybody gets scared.
Yep. Yeah, so stuff like that, and it talks about our Saturday chores. You know, Saturday was a full day of chores. You
Yeah,
started by going to the river, washing your clothes, washing your hair, you bathe your skin, you come home, you still have to cook and stuff like that. You have to sweep the house, you have to sweep the yard, all these things.
I had to wash.
Um,
I had to wash my own clothes. I could wash good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas time. You know, Christmas in Vincy is a big thing. You had to strip that whole house, every curtain down. You took the wares out the cabinet. You had to wash. You wash the juicy bottles. You put the box by the roadside. Oh my God!
But for me,
Children,
I used to like to do the cake, mix the cake.
but you gotta wash the butter for 2 days.
Yeah, I know, but I beat in the butter because I need the pan after to lick off.
Ah, yeah, children nowadays they don't know these things. They don't have this type of fun that we had.
Yeah, yeah, for real. We have some good fun growing up back home, man. So in the book, do you have anything like some of the sayings that we normally say back home?
Not really, but I use a lot of dialect.
Right, right.
A lot of dialect.
Yeah.
Um, I know in that same Jumbie story, I know there's something in there where I said like Papa yo, crapper smoke your pipe and stuff like that.
No, but it's wait, wait. If somebody asks you what crap of smoking pipe, what the explanation? But you gotta tell them that what I mean.
Too bad for you. Take what you get.
Crap of smoking pipe, yeah, 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 like that. Too bad for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. Yeah,
Yep, you're getting that licks when you reach home.
yeah, 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 yeah. So back then, right? Like if when we was younger, and then our neighbor or somebody who knows see us do something, and then they discipline us. Do you think that something should come back? I
Yes,
know.
we need to if that had continued, we wouldn't have this problem that we have today with the younger generation. I mean, we could not have disrespected our neighbor. They had the right to beat us as well as your parents. So children had a lot more respect for elders. Not these days.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, sad situation. So, like chapter one, how the book start? What we start off with?
So chapter one talks about the houses that we lived in, because those houses were structured differently. They were built on high posts, and there was a reason for that. I mean, growing up, we didn't really know the reason, but now we know. The goats and the sheep were tied under the house. So, and then when we played outside, we also played under the house from the sun. So our grandparents knew what they were doing.
But you know something? This is the first time I'm hearing this. I never understood why they build a house like that.
Yes, yes, that's why they built them so high. And then those houses too had two sections. The hall, I think the hall they call the chamber, and the bedrooms. So they had a specific structure for the houses as well.
Wow. We have to some history and knowledge tonight. And that's cool. See, that's why we need to know these things, man. Especially this month is Independence Month, so it's very important we share some of our history.
And another very important aspect with the housing is that the bathroom or the toilet was outside. And we, in the night, you took a candle, or you took a flambeau, or you took a flashlight to go there. Nothing was onto the house. And then if we had to take a shower or bathe, we went to the river, and we had to go early because we couldn't go to the river at night to bathe. So children need to know these things. They come now and the bathroom is in the house, so they don't know what we went through.
And sometimes you still have to force them to take a shower.
because they lie down in bed all day on their phones.
Yeah, yeah. But growing up, one thing I used to like to go jog water by the standpipe.
Yes, all that. And shell, coconut shell. And
Yeah,
selling tomatoes and potato by the pound. You took the tray on your head and you went walk around the village and you made your sales.
yeah. But
Yes.
one thing I'm very disappointed and surprised about is farming in St. Vincent because growing up back home, farming was a huge thing for us, man.
Get me upset, please.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I cannot for the life of me understand why St. Vincent has rich agricultural soil and we have farming on the back border. I cannot understand that.
Yeah, especially now eating so much crazy food.
This is the time we should be pushing agriculture. When cost of living is so high, let people farm. Let them farm and have their own food. This way we're gonna cut the import bill. But who am I?
Only Dr. Spring. Yeah, I see people talking about the latrine outside. A lot of people like they were scared of the latrine. They said they are crap hole in the latrine, that
Cockroach.
cockroach in the latrine.
Yes, and you're afraid to sit down on it because the cockroach used to tickle you. So some people used to cock up on the seat.
I know. I have to get somebody holding the light. I'll follow you to the.
Yes, and somebody had to follow you. Your mommy had somebody had to follow you because you're afraid to go out in the night.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But one thing I was looking back today. I was thinking like how safe Simmons was because
Mm-hmm.
you hardly hear anybody get abducted, rape, or those kind of things. It was very safe for us as
Hardly.
kids growing up.
Mm-hmm. Hardly, hardly.
Yeah.
And if you heard about like a murder, it was like a one-off or maybe three for the year or something like that.
And you remember like when they have a murder, like the whole day was somber, the radio station playing
Yes.
sad song
Mm-hmm.
whole day.
Yes, yeah, because it was so rare, Yeah.
Yeah,
And on Sundays we went to Sunday school.
very important.
Had to go to Sunday school.
Yeah, I grew up in Sunday school.
Yes,
Like it
yes.
or not, you had to go to Sunday
To
school.
go to Sunday school, yes.
But you think that was very important for us, that like shape us and give us a good foundation?
I definitely think so. This is why we are the way we are today because of that Sunday school foundation that we had.
Yeah, yeah, very much so, very much so. So yeah, so let me touch the book. Tell so chapter two. Which chapter two now? We're dealing with chapter two.
Let me see what
I know.
chapter 2 says.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, chapter 2 deals with hunting and sea fishing and the village butcher. So basically, the meats that we ate.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let me expand on the village butcher. Tell somebody like if they're new to St. Vince or they don't know about this village butcher thing, tell them, explain to them what we're talking about.
So most villages had a butcher, and um, I can I have to speak for Byra because this is where I have my experience. So this man was called Albert James, and every Saturday morning we would go round to Byra, and he would have the cattle tied to the tree, and everybody who was going to buy meat, they would stand around and he would take the knife and like I don't know if I can say that on your thing, in the head, and then they would tie it up on the. They had like a thing to the almond tree where you tie it by the legs and the head would hang down and they cut off the head and that kind of thing. But Saturday was fresh beef. So we went to the butcher to buy the fresh beef so that our parents could cook that for the day. So basically that was the Saturday lunch. And people from the community and other communities would come and get their meat. We said meat instead of beef. And this was the same at Christmas time, at Christmas Eve early morning. You go and you get your beef and you get ready to prepare for your Christmas big meal and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, from my experience with the butcher in Prospect, like four, they used to kill him at 4 in the morning. I still live next to a butcher, and those guys
Oh,
kill yeah, yeah. So at 4 in the morning, they go say, hear the animals crying. Man. And so as soon as they break, everybody line up. They get the meat, the fresh meat.
yep,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was my experience with that. So that was really important. And those guys was very important to the community too. Those butchers, they were like superstars.
yes, yeah.
Everybody know the butchers.
Yes, and I remember my uncle used to kill pigs, and he would like swinge
The skin.
the foot
Yeah, yeah.
and
And
thing,
the
and
head.
its face and hand, yeah, and the
Yeah.
head and thing, and he gave us the brain to eat, but he didn't say brain. He said the marrow.
Yes.
But no, you put it back. Oh, brain marrow. That's what it was. But they just said marrow. But it is good though.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It
That's
tastes
good.
real good, real
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. And the intestines and stuff, we have to eat that too.
Yes, yes. Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So before we go any further, if somebody interested in getting the book, where can they find the books? It's very important.
Yes, so the books are on Amazon. You can just type my name or you type the name of the book, Growing Up in Vincy, and it would come up. I also have books in Toronto with a friend of mine called Maxine, and they're in Montreal as well. And if you're in the USA and you want a signed copy, you can just message me. I'll sign it and mail it to you.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Very important to do that. So we're still touching the book growing up. We're speaking about growing up in Vincy, some of the good old days. Anything else you want to tell us about growing
So
up in Vincy?
yeah, another I wrote on the coconut that I mentioned earlier and all that we did with the coconut. And I'm not sure how many, well, if children nowadays knew that there was a copra factory and they're gonna ask what is copra. Copra
Right.
is the dried out coconut that you smoke until it's dried, and that was then put in a bag and taken to Graves. Graves had a copra factory, and when you
Y-
pass, you smelled it, you knew what was happening. They made the oil, they made the soap called Lab Lab. How many children today know that we made soap in St. Vincent? Um, Wooden buses is another interesting one in there because that was the means of transportation. And not these days we are so advanced, but back then you had to get up at 5. You take that one bus to Kingston. You did whatever your shopping that you had to do, and then you had to catch that bus to go back home. Otherwise, crapple.
Go smoke your pipe. I know. But interesting in some of the wooden buses. My grandfather used to paint those buses, some of the buses.
Oh, did
Yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm very familiar with that. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's really, really amazing how far we've come.
Yeah. In a short time, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Dog, this up.
but sadly, if we don't document these things and our generation goes, then that entire piece of history is also gone.
Yes, yes, yes. We have to all go out and support Miss Spring because our kids, the next generation, need to know our history. You know, so it's very, very important. I promise you, I'm gonna get one for sure. I had to get one for my
Yes.
at least two, one for my son, one for my granddaughter. Yeah, yeah, very. Oh, very important. Tell them how much is the book? When the book is goes.
It's $20. 20 in Canada, 20 in the US, 20 in the UK.
Okay,
but
cool.
but in St. Vincent it's 50, which is the same 20.
Okay, cool, cool. So all you go out. It's Christmas is coming. Put a book
Yes.
in your grandkids or your kids' bag in the give them another present that they gonna live forever.
And they could pass on. Hello?
Mhm. I'm here. Oh, oh,
The phone, man. Be careful. Hello? Sorry about that.
hi. That's
Sorry
okay.
about that. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was saying it's very important we go and support the book because it's very important. Okay.
And another aspect of the book is what we did at night, because remember we didn't have televisions
Right.
and telephone and so on. So we played games outside, especially when it was moonlight. So some of those games like Koopy, Mr. Wolf, and stuff like that, that's how we kept ourselves entertained.
Okay, so let me break down we go one by one. Koopy. So explain to somebody if they understand what is Koopy.
Well, Koopy is like hide and seek, but we called it Koopy, where one person would stay, let's say, at the starting point, and the others would run and hide. And the person who stayed back would, after like, I don't think we counted, but after a few minutes, would run and try to find everybody else who was hiding. And if that person caught someone, then they would exchange places. So it's like hide and seek.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. And with the other one you said is a Koopy and
Mr. Wolf.
so
Mr. Wolf. So Mr. Wolf is where one person, the leader, would march in front with a strap over his shoulder, and everybody else would march behind and say, "Mr. Wolf, Mr. Wolf, what's the time?" And he would call a time like 8 o'clock, and Mr. Wolf, Mr. Wolf, what's the time? 10 o'clock. Mr. Wolf, Mr. Wolf, what's the time? Dinner time. And with dinner time, everybody had to run because he was coming for you, to make you his dinner.
wow, wow. I actually forget that one. I remember Koopy, but
Yes.
Mr. Wolf, yeah, yeah. So
Oh
it's very,
my gosh.
yeah, that's good old days.
Those were the days, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But one thing I like too when growing up back home, we used to make our own toys.
Yes.
That was
So
it.
that part is called wooden toys.
Right.
So, like, you made the tractor, you made the scooter, you made the slingshot, you made
Cat.
the cat, the cat.
Yeah.
Yes, and you push one another in it and so on.
We make the top, so we used to make top.
Yes, yes, yes,
Uh,
yes,
uh,
yes.
make our own kites.
Yes.
All those.
Why? We had no choice. We made babies from this plant. It's it's called we call it cratter, and some people call it kupuya. But we would cut it and pound part of it like a straw like, and that would be the baby's hair. So we only got a doll once per year at Christmas time. Not like every day you buy a toy now. So in between Christmas to the next Christmas, we had to make those dolls ourselves. So we would get part. It was the root of the tree, and we would pong pong until it comes like a hair, and that would be braided and stuff like that.
Real country people thing. I ain't no
Yes,
familiar.
yes,
I
yes,
familiar with that one.
yes, yes. We had to make our own.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that was good though. At least it teaches us a lot.
More
You know.
innovative.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And now you see some of the same stuff that we make back home. You see them making it out here, and we have to spend
Mm-hmm.
so much money for them.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So before we go on to the other book, yeah, anything else you want to say about growing up in Vincy?
To me, growing up in Vince is just a vibe.
The survives,
And
right?
yeah, and you read, when you read it from all reports, like adults, they say it just take them back in time. Like, for example, out in Byron, we used to pick up the almonds and we made sugar cake with them. And that was a pastime that we did during the no, school vacation. Same way we went to Rabuka and we picked the fat pork and the grapes. You know, just finding things to do to keep ourselves occupied.
Yeah, yeah,
And yeah, so it gives you that feeling of nostalgia, taking you back to those days.
yeah. So may I ask the question, like different parts of Savings are like have different kind of culture. They do things differently. Why is that though?
I don't know. I would say it's based on their experience. And I said in the book that uh, this is my experience growing up, and my experience is from the countryside. So maybe somebody from the leeward side would have done something differently. But at the same time, when you really, if you sit and think about it, they weren't that much different. Like, one difference would be the kids on the leeward side would go to the beach anytime because they have the Caribbean Sea. We couldn't do that on the windward side because we have the Atlantic Ocean, and we had to wait until June, July, August when the sea was calm in order to go and have a swim. So it's different.
Yes, 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 yes. But you do you have anything about 9 mornings inside the book or no?
So Nine Morning brings us to the next book, which
Okay,
is
all right. So we'll lead that for now. We'll lead that for now. So
yes.
in closing, what you close off the book? How we close off the book?
But wait, before we go there, just to
Yeah,
say, I didn't really talk about Nine Morning per se, but I spoke about the caroling. People used to go around, you sleeping and you hear this singing, melodious singing outside, and like, oh, people singing. We used to call it singing out.
right.
And then, Christmas time, you go out, you listen, and they gave the speech, good night to the master and mistress of this house, and blah, blah, blah. It was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. But wait,
Yes.
they used to do something called hanging back home, no?
Yeah, but that,
No, no.
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
for
in the
people
book.
who
Yeah.
behave. That's not in the book
No,
because
I know,
that
I know, I
was
know.
more
Yeah, I
on the
know.
leeward end, and it's
Yeah.
people who did bad things.
It just came to my mind. I was like, yeah, there was something we used to call. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they
yeah.
did. They
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
So
So,
the book
mm.
end. I ended with marijuana, the ganja trade.
What?
Yeah,
Puff, puff on a pass?
yeah, and yeah, and a lot of people got killed, and like there was one time when people who go to in the countryside, people go to the sea. We say bayside. They go for early morning walks, and a lot of bags of weed came in. So apparently, maybe a boat was being chased, and they threw them overboard. So, and another story in there is one time a yacht run aground in Connery. Lots of things that some people can't remember.
Yeah. But any kid listen to us, please do not get involved in that trade because a lot of people get killed. A lot of people get killed
Yeah,
in that
it
trade.
was dangerous,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
dangerous.
So all go out and support Miss Spring Lois, my family. I know your family, but I claiming her.
Listen, once you're Louis and you're from St. Vincent, it's family. That's
I know. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, so tell them again how they can purchase the book if they're interested in the book.
Yes, so the book is on Amazon. You type in Dr. Spring or you type Growing Up in Vincy and everything would come up. And I'll also share the link in the chat.
Right, perfect. Yeah, that'd be
So,
nice. Yeah, yeah.
and my friend in Toronto, Maxine, she also has the book. And another friend of mine in Montreal has the book. The books are also available in Barbados, Trinidad, and England.
Oh, nice. So when you finish, just put everything there because people will get the information. All
Yes,
right. Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
So that was Grip and Vincy. So after Grip and Vincy, you said, nah, I can't write one book. I had to do
Yes, so
something else.
right. So I said, you know something? St. Vincent is a unique place, you know. And started thinking about what about us is so unique. And then number one is the dialect. Because only Vincy speak this kind of dialect.
Mm.
It's not patois, it's not Jamaican dialect like they say and so on. So I'm like, okay. And then I said, 9 morning. Only St. Vincent has 9 mornings.
Right,
And then a spin off of that is the 9 nights of light at the Botanic Gardens.
right,
And then I'm like, I wonder if other countries catch chitri and blackfish. So
right.
I found out about chitri and the blackfish and so on. And I know, I think Dominica also has chitri, and Japan they do the blackfish as well. And plenty other things. The Modongo festival that we have, and so on. These are all unique to St. Vincent. So I wrote the book Uniquely Vincy and I separated it. I have St. Vincent and then I have the Grenadines because there are plenty unique activities in especially Union Island. Kong's Festival. I never heard of Kong fritters and Kong's pillau. What? Lots of different things. And
Mm.
their wedding traditions and their dead traditions are extremely unique. Even to us in on the mainland, because we don't do our dead like they do.
Wow.
Yes.
So what's the name of this book?
This book is uniquely Vincy.
Right. Uniquely
Uniquely Vincy.
Vincy. Yeah.
Yes. So this one starts off with the dialect that we speak. And I encourage people to please talk your dialect. Don't make nobody stop you from talking dialect.
Be careful, yeah. Colin sees a woman call him and cuss him out.
Listen, dialect is what we know in our homes, in our schools, and I can tell you, I know teachers would say children don't get it when you speak proper English because it's foreign to them. You have to speak dialect in order for them to understand. So I think that's part of our culture that we need to preserve as well.
I'm happy that you're very educated and you stay in this because a lot of people, when they speak in dialect, they look down at you like, "Uh."
Okay, me and okay, me talk me dialect anywhere me go.
Hey, come.
That's yeah, leave me.
Hello, hello, leave me no hello.
Yes, leave me. Let me talk me dialect. That me know.
You know,
And
that's one thing. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I make sure start off with that because I know people are coming to say, "Hey, how she talk?"
Yeah.
Trust me, we need to preserve it.
I know. My friend Rachel say how son say, can you live in Simmons now? Say, did not speak in English.
Yeah, and my son does say, "Mommy, please speak English, not Vincy English."
That's our roots. You have to know it, man. Yeah. Yes. I'm glad that you have that in the book. So at least the kids, them, the next generation, understand it's very important to speak our Dialect. Yeah.
Yes.
What else are we touching on the book? So we're in dialect.
So, right.
Yes, man.
Dialect, 9 morning. Um,
What about the chichi? Let's talk about chichi.
yes.
So
So I
what?
talk about Chutri, and
Yeah.
Chutri had to be divided in windward and leeward because it's two different methods of catching Chutri.
Okay. Okay. 1 minute. I never knew that they catch chichi in the windward. I know leeward.
Yeah. So first of all, before we reach to the method of catching it,
Right.
do you know Chutri has a date?
Explain.
I didn't know Chutri had a date. I thought Chutri just when Chutri come, Chutri come. No, Chutri catches walk by a calendar. They know it's by the moon. So let's say the moon is full, maybe let's say on the 10th, Chutri comes 2 or 3 days after. So this is how they know to go to the river to set up to catch Chutri. And Chutri, another thing about Chutri, another fact is that Chutri is river fish. It's river fish. They lay the eggs in the mountain, and when the rain falls, the river comes down, like we say home, and it washes the eggs down to the sea. So when the eggs reach in the warm water of the sea, we can remember the river water cold. That's when they hatch, and that is Chuchi that goes back up to the river.
What?
Yes. So you need a book. You need a book.
Definitely, I definitely need a
You
book because
need a book. Yes.
yeah, because I have no idea. I always thought from this, it came from this like originally from the sea. I don't know
No,
from the mountains.
no, it's river. Chuchi is river fish, and even if you doubt it for a minute, you would say to yourself, "But Chuchi only come when rain comes. After rain comes, that's when Chuchi comes." So some truth is in it. And if it wasn't so, we would have had Chuchi all year round, every day.
Amen.
Think about it.
You see, this is why I always need to go out and buy the book because I can't be the only one did not know that. I cannot be the only one. Wow.
And another interesting fact about Chuchi, this one I really didn't know. Um, on the leeward side, on the windward side where I live, I know they go to the river, they set the bags, they put the stones on them, and they cover them with leaves so that the chichi would get trapped on them. On the leeward side, they do the same. However, they also catch chichi in the sea. So the person who I got the information from, he catches chichi, and he said it would be a group of them, let's say five. One person would have the flambeau, go down to the sea with the flambeau, and once he shines the light, he would see all the bright lights because they come in a ball. The eggs come in a ball so that they would see the bright eyes of the fish and would, like, summon the others to come. So he would go into the sea with the light and run towards the others holding the bag, the saying, like. So he runs right into it, and all the chichi follow him into the sea. That's how chichi is caught in the sea in the leeward side.
What?
Yes. So,
I feel shame as a Vincy right now. I did not know these
no,
things.
I didn't know either. I didn't know that part. I say that's why leeward chichi always so clean. Whereas the other chuchi, you always have to clean them, taking out pieces of bush and sticks and so on from it. So I tell them from now on, give me leeward chuchi.
Hello, hello, is only one chichi.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something controversy though. Blackfish.
Mm-hmm.
What you learn about blackfish?
Hmm. So I I went to Barley and I spoke to the guy who is the biggest blackfish fisherman down there, and he was telling me, well, he gave me the whole, story about blackfish and thing, and I think the part that really is that I didn't know I knew they were pilot whales, but I didn't know the amount that could be caught at one time, because in Beckway it's one every 2 years or so, but blackfish basically is every day. And when I interviewed him, let's say I interviewed him today, 2 days after, he caught eight one time.
Wow.
Yeah, eight one time. And I also met a guy called Tall 12. He was the oldest blackfish fisherman at the time, but he passed a few months ago too. And they are having a hard time with the International Whaling Commission, because they, like how the other whale is restricted in Beckway, has to be a specific size. They want to bring that now to the blackfish. But I'm not for that, which I don't know if my opinion matters, but I'm gonna give my opinion anyway, because I believe that the fisher folk in Barley depend on this blackfish to make a living. And as the guy explained to me, it sent his children to school, it built house for him till he's building a second house and stuff like that. And if there is nothing else to sustain the economy and this is the way the people are making a living, let it be.
Yeah. But other part of the world do blackfish too, right? They
Japan.
can say Japan, yeah.
Japan.
But they have a restriction too?
They have a restriction, and they're the ones who want to come and put the restriction on St. Vincent.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Wow. Interesting times.
Another interesting fact about whaling in Beckway this time is I never knew whales traveled as a family. And the guy, like, well, Neil Oliver, everybody know he passed and thing, but he was the biggest whaler man.
Yeah, yeah,
He,
yeah.
yes, you had to kill the bull first, which is the male, because if you didn't and you strike the female or the calf, the bull would come and overturn the boat. So there's a method to catching whale, which I never knew.
Wow. All I go out and buy the book. Yeah, man, it's very important. It's very
Lots,
important.
lots of history.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, Mr. Colin, you could join us now. I want Colin to join the conversation. Tell Colin to join us.
Yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah. So, we still on the book, Uniquely Vincy. That's,
Vincy, yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, anything else? Give us some more
Well,
history.
I don't know if in the Grenadines there's this tradition of dancing the cake
Right.
when there's a union,
In Union
and
Island.
in Union Island.
Right.
So you dance the cake, you dance the flag, and while doing, okay, it's two flags and two cakes.
Mm.
One represents the male, one represents the female. The families would meet up at the male's residence, they cook food and stuff like that, and then they go out into the square, like, and have the flag dancing and the cake dancing. The person holding the male flag had to make sure it's always above the female. Same with the cake. If the female goes above the male, then that's a sign of bad luck.
Wow.
That, yes, for the wedding. So you have to always make sure the male, being like the head of the family, is always above that of the female. And let's say the wedding is this weekend, next weekend was a continuation. So it's not just one day and done like we do on the mainland. it's a whole 2 weeks of celebration they have with that, and it's the same thing for their dead. And another thing, their dead is buried above the ground in a tomb, whereas we dig the hole and bury the coffin.
So why is that? Because of the landscape in the union, or just a tradition?
I think it's just tradition because I did ask a question and I was told that
Mm.
they can dig the hole if they want to.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Hold
So
on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Let me introduce and invite my namesake, Mr. Colin Butler. Good night, sir. Hello, hello, Mr. Butler. Hello. Like, Mr. Butler not hear me.
Colin, you hearing? You're not hearing.
You not hearing me? Uh oh. All right, so we'll deal with that. We'll go back to Miss Spring for now and see what's yeah. Yeah, so that's very interesting, man. So we have the book first, Growing Up in Vincy. You guys can get it online. It's in Canada, it's in St. Vincent. Yeah, so and the other book. Tell them the name of the other book.
Uniquely Vincy.
Uniquely Vincy. But let me ask you a question. I keep asking everybody this one question, but I can't get the right answer. Why is so much writers in St. Vincent?
Because we are unique and we are creative people.
And there's a lot of like soca artists, like it's a lot of writers. To me, that's very unusual.
Yes. I believe, I seriously believe that Vincentians are very intelligent people. So it's not really surprising that we have a lot of creative people, because that spills off from the intelligence. And we're not afraid to put it out there. We,
Mm.
we are very vocal. And once you are vocal, you're going to put it on paper too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know. I was trying to get Colin, but he can't hear, so maybe we go wrap up with you, and then we try to
Okay.
get him. Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Mhm.
Yeah. So before you go, anything else you need to tell us before you go? So tell us.
Well,
Mm.
I just want to say thanks for the opportunity, for coming on your show and talking about my books. So far, the response has been great. People are very receptive, and I do appreciate that. Um,
Wait, hold on. Mm. Like, yeah, I'm hearing you. Sorry.
okay, right. And the books are available on Amazon. They're available in St. Vincent at Games Book Center as well, the one at Paul's Avenue. And I am on Facebook. Make a little trouble, but it's okay. It's good trouble. And anybody can message me or call me on Messenger or anything like that, and I will post my information on the chat so that others can have it. And thanks again for having me, and thanks for your support.
Uh, I'm sorry, man. Like, today was a tough day, but
Yes,
we still get it done. So
we
God is
did.
good. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So thanks again. This was a long time coming, but we finally get it done.
that's right. All
Yeah.
right.
So I'll reach out to you after. Thanks.
Okay,
Appreciate you.
no
Have a
problem.
good one.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Yes, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
You're inside Vincy Live every Saturday from 8 p.m.
She love the road, the road, the road.
I tell you, man,
She say everything, everything.
I learned a lot of stuff tonight.
Big, so big, big speaker, big
guys enjoy the interview, man. James Jack, June, good night. Prentice, good night. I saw we Lois bar like that, man.
She loved the road, the road, the road. She say everything, everything, everything must be big, so big. Big speaker, big chop, big dealer. Big road, big road, big road.
I wanna go out and support the lady, man. The doctor, Miss Spring, Miss Lois. And there's Christmas present for your kids, then, man.
Big road, she want a big road. From the time she see the road, from the time she touch the road, she start wind up and get in the mood. She want feel the bassline in she soul. She want a strong man who can jam she up on the speaker. One who can handle it and mix it up, make it sweet.
Was a boss tonight.
And I can't believe
Miss Lois. I want to go out and support, man. It's very important we go out and support our own Vincy culture, our Vincy writers, man. It's very, very important. Doing a book is not easy. You know, it costs, you know, you have to spend money to make a book, do a book. So we have to go out and support, right? Christmas coming for your grandkids and your kids there, man. That's a nice, nice present to give them. I tell you.
Watch the girl never bust bad wine. Problem is a problem, them can't solve him, them out of them mind.
More the work.
The clock say it's party time. When I look at the clock 5 minutes later, the clock say it's problems time. And I can't believe the way I'm feeling. This got to be the sweetest feeling. I'm soaring high, high above the highest mountain. Plus I wake up this morning feeling so amazing.
That kind of night we have him, man. So we just waiting for Mr. Butler to join us, man.
It's the right time now.
It's the right time now, baby.
Thank God.
It's Independence Month. I'll be showcasing some of our talent out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, man. They ain't even St. Vincent, but they say Vincy. Hello, Mr. Butler, oi.
You're inside Vincy Live. Every Saturday from 8 p.m.
Give me both phones. Yeah, so what? Hello? Yeah. So let me go and try this again if Mr. Butler can hear me. Hello, good night. Mr. Butler. Hello? Hello? Colin, oi. Hello? Mr. Colin. Hold on. We'll get it right.
When it's my time now. When it's my time now. This is the right time now. Somebody say yeah.
Elvis, good night. Pamela, good night. Yes. Colin, can you hear me now? Hello, you hear me?
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm not hearing anything from my end.
I'm hearing you. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Ay. Hello? Colin, oi.
Hold on.
No, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna start out.
Take out a selfie with your Samsung. You not concerned, this is your turn. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. I'm happy and me bills done pay. I can't wait till Saturday, no way. I'm ready now to party.
Sometimes this life could drive you crazy, man.
Jump up, yeah, jump up, police jump up, yeah, jump up. It's party this weekend. It's jump up, yeah, jump up, and it's jump up, yeah, jump up, police jump up, yeah, jump up, and it's party this weekend. Since 8 o'clock this morning, I've been working all the way. Well, this life is so repetitive. I do the same thing yesterday, thing yesterday, thing yesterday, thing yesterday.
Anybody know who's singing this one here? Let me know if you know this singer out of this one here, man.